Well, the markets are not moving. Well, they're moving, but in the wrong direction, which means there's opportunities. We're going to talk about which ones are we most excited about. Look at projects like Kaspa, under 9 cents. Look at projects like ICP, like Hedera, like Cardano, like Ethereum. Everything is down. How much more downside do we have? Should we be buying now? Should we be holding steady? What's the plan? We're going to share our portfolio plans on today's show. We're also going to talk a little bit about what the Czech Republic has done, and will that be a trend to continue? Also, big news out of some altcoins, including Ondo Finance at their Ondo Summit. Some big announcements coming out of there. We're going to cover that. And we have that and much, much more on today's episode of Sin City Crypto. Let's go.
Hola! It's your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take old, boring, stale information, repackage that thing up in a fun and sexy way. You know what? People are discouraged. People are freaking out. Is the bull market canceled? Is Bitcoin going back down to 50,000? Absolutely the hell not, man. It is time to buy. We have a little pullback. Things are on sale. And we go through this time and time again. Do you want to buy when everything is in all-time highs and, well, you're likely going to buy a top for the time being? Or would you like to buy when everyone is freaking out and prices are cheap, everything's down? You know what? I was just looking down the list, and there's so much discount. I mean, you got a chance to enter in XRP under $2.30. It's hasn't been there for a little while. And then you also got Cardano around 70 cents. Avalanche, $24. It's been an absolute fire sale going on Bitcoin, on crypto, on, well, pretty much all of your favorites. So for me, I relish these moments. I wish I had a hot dog to put relish on, but I don't. So I buy crypto. That's what I'm here for. Ashley, how you doing? You're looking at me all weird.
That was quite a weird statement.
Robin looks like he boils his hot dogs and then drinks the water after.
Hot dog water, huh?
Yeah. You know, let me tell you something, man. This is the first time I've held one of these in my hand.
Wow.
These things are dope. If you don't have one, you need to get one. And I saw that Ashley started a goal today. What's your goal today, Ashley?
I'm giving away one. I stole one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's giving away one. That goal is live on the YouTube page.
What's the goal?
It's 5, what is it, yellow?
I saw 5 yellows. Yeah.
5 yellow. So 5
$10.
super chat. 5 $10 super chat. We're going to give one away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Be nice to Ashley.
Whoever flirts with Ashley the most gets the win.
What's wrong?
What?
Whoever flirts with Rocco the most.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Rocco looks like he's got a mountain of chest hair, doesn't he?
I got it.
I also have chest hair, so I can't.
I was about to say, if anybody here,
I got a chest with muscle, no
we
with air.
literally have a walking otter in the house, and so
Otter Gang, what's up? Shout out to my boy Alex.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. Crypto Almanac. Have you bought one? Have you supported the channel? We have 182 live viewers. I know 182 of you do not own an almanac.
This thing is dope, man. I'm telling you, this thing is super. Like, this is the first time I'm holding it in person.
How many do we have left? We have like 100.
Like 185 or something.
Well, we got 188 viewers. So if everyone buys one today, we'll sell out of them. Yeah, it's a 1 of 500. We're not printing anymore. It also comes with an NFT. So you get an NFT that is also paired to the magazine. So you get number 222. You get the physical copy, numbered that. You also get the digital copy as well.
This is so awesome, dude. This is, like I said, this is the first time I've held this thing. And man, it exceeded my expectations. This thing is pretty badass. So,
you call the otters and Alex O Crypto pops up. What's up, bro?
He's been in the chat, bro. Alex O's in our chat every day, man.
No, I know.
Alex, we love you, bro. Whenever you want to come on the show, hit me up, man. We'd love to have you on.
Yeah.
All right. You know, let's start with some charts here, okay? You know, you came in here and you mentioned this is something that we see all the time. The large. When we were kind of having this conversation on the drive into the studio, believe it or not, before we even get to the studio, him and I are on the phone talking. So You know, Rob mentioned like, look, everyone's kind of panicking. You know, I'll kind of let you say what you said. There's no point in me rephrasing. Just go ahead and kind of share some of the stuff you said, and I'll have a chart pulled up here for you.
What did I say? You know what? I talk a lot. I'm ahead. I've been on the phone.
You're talking about how people.
I've been on the phone for so long, man.
You know, you were talking about how people forget previous cycles, and this is par for the course.
Yeah, you know, in all honesty, you know, a lot of times we get into the situation where, hey, we haven't made crazy money in the last 3 weeks. So what the hell is going on? Why? What is?
I haven't
here?
gotten my second Lamborghini.
Yeah, so you know, it's very simple, right? Is that if you were to zoom out and you look at crypto, and you know, we can follow along visually as well. So I mean, you look at crypto here. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin, right? And so you got Bitcoin. This is on the 1 week. Oh man, we went from 105 down to 96. Doesn't look that good. You look on the 1 month, it's really hasn't had much growth. 96,000 a month ago, 96,000 now. You know, what's going on? It's been a whole month, man. But then you also, you know, you go back to the year, and then when you start zooming out, you start to realize that, hey, you know what? Maybe it's not moving quite as fast as you would hope it does, but we do have here $45,000 a year ago. And so we've 2x'd over the course of 12 months. We've broken into price discovery. We set a new all-time high. We set a new all-time high prior to the halving, which was the first time that has happened. We also couple this with a crypto progressive presidency, executive branch, Congress. And so we have the ETFs growing. A lot has happened, right? And because these narratives have compounded on one another, and the fact that people are just simply buying and hodling Bitcoin, and every time it dips, they find value, they buy more. It creates an environment where you look back and we're right on par for where you'd want to be for a Bitcoin cycle. And you know, looking here at this chart, I mean, this is the all-time chart, but let's take a look. You know, from one cycle to another. You look here. You know, we went from $2,000 and we ended up 10xing there, right? And then that was in the cycle of 2017. And then, you know, you fast forward here. We go over to 2020. Then the last cycle that we had. You know, we went from $10,000 and we went up to 60,000. And you know, we had a double top. We actually went up to 67,000. But you know, the thing that I'm pointing out here is that we had that big move, right? We made tons of money, and the same thing is happening here again. So I would just encourage you to say, like, hey man, we haven't even seen the big peaks yet. We haven't even seen that parabolic move yet. We're still in the early stages. And so we went from 26,000 or 19,000, or it depends on where you decide the bottom is. But even right before the breakout in 2023, the back end, we were still under $25,000, and we're 4x that already. And so we made tons of momentum, but we still haven't got to the parabolic side of Bitcoin yet. And so for me, I just remind you that there is a lot more to come. And the fact that we have the strategic reserve, we got a sovereign wealth fund, which is basically the U.S. saying, hey, we're going to just buy and speculate on crypto and other commodities, of course, but crypto's in the basket. And so is where we're at, right? And just realize that the market is coming. And if we're having a break in the market, it's exactly that. It's how the markets move, right? You don't go from 20,000 to 100,000 without some big pullbacks or some consolidations. And the same thing is true here. But I just want to encourage you. This isn't some long-term event. I'm not even in the camp that, hey, it's going to take us, 6 months to get to the next level. I think we are accelerating. And so this pullback is short-lived. Take my word for it, right? 30 days at most, we'll be back above $110,000, new all-time highs by March. Stamp it, set it, and forget it. There it is.
I'm going to get into a chart, but first, I have to get in front of this before Rocco does. So we have a few super chats. I do want to read the one from Alex O in Italian. He said, Rocco, mi fai sentire come il sugo della nonna. Mi sigori la parmigiana e ne fai sentire migliola quando la Juventus perde. Not sure what that meant, but that sounded pretty cool.
Is that right?
I'm Italian. I'm pretty much Italian, guys. All right?
No, you're not. It's okay, though.
Okay.
You can pretend.
We're one away.
Well, your country adopt this man, please.
I got my transfer pay. I am.
If you want, I can say it
got
since
an
it's
EU
my language. If
Yeah,
you
yes,
want,
yes,
I
come
can
on.
actually say what he says.
Let's go,
If you
Rocco.
wanna
Go ahead,
make
Rocco.
sure that
What
it
does this
work. Ok. Ora, ehi Rocco, mi fai sentire come il sugo della nonna, mi sciogli la parmigiana e mi fai sentire meglio di quando la Juventus perde.
That's literally what I said.
Oh, that's a
That's
beautiful.
what I
Exact.
said.
You didn't
That's
say
literally
that.
what I said.
This is what I heard. That's what I heard.
He
That
said
wasn't-
Parmesan.
Yeah, something.
That's all I heard.
That's what it says.
Thank you for all the super chats. We're one away. Just a couple here. Dixie said he got his almanac the other day. Love it. Thank you so much, Dixie Flyline. Also, Nathan said Rocco has elite chest hair for sure. Ashley's cool. Hopefully less chest hair. I'll let her speak on that if she wants to. Does $10 Canadian count? Yes, it does, Alex. Thank you so much, my friend. Can't wait to see you at the conference also. And then Mario said, send me the almanac and I'll send you some cotton candy ice cream in the mail. Not sure how that'll hold up, but hey.
Not a bad deal, honestly.
Not a bad deal.
You look like a cotton candy ice cream.
I
girl.
love cotton candy ice cream.
Yeah. We get
What am I
that.
supposed to do? Like mint and chip? Like
How
that's
do you-
stupid.
How do you mail ice cream? Just
I don't know, but he better figure it out.
Freezer, dry ice.
you mail
Maybe like
it?
dry ice.
Yeah,
You mail the whole freezer.
Yeah,
Actually.
you mail the freezer. And one more thing here. Rob pulled up the kind of basic line chart on CoinMarketCap, but he pulled it up on Bitcoin. I want to show you something. This is the total 2 chart, okay? So I like to do this because, we're human beings, right? So we get caught up in our emotions and, thoughts come through your mind and you're like, wait, is this still actually the bull market? And then so you just go back and you study, okay, previous price action. Let's take a look. Going all the way back to February of 2021, before we saw our big top, okay, we had altcoins from peak to valley draw down 33%. And then we essentially chopped sideways. And why is this thing? We chopped sideways for 34 days, okay? Then we had a massive rally. Then we saw another drawdown from peak to valley of around 33%, which lasted around 9 days. And then we saw a huge rally. Then we had essentially our double top. Now, after our first top, we saw a drawdown from peak to valley. And let me swing this down a little bit. From peak to valley, go away, of 58%. Altcoins drew down 58%. They consolidated and chopped sideways for 70 days. For 70 days. That's more than 2 months. And then we saw a massive rally to that second top. And then through that process, we saw a drawdown of 30%. And then we had another small drawdown, and then we went into the bear market. And so this is nothing new. This happens all the time. And so it's not something I'd worry about. Now, every market's a little different. There's different things that move the markets. There's different things that influence the markets in a positive or negative way. And it's not crazy to think, okay? It is not crazy to think that maybe the new norm is a month of upward price action and then a 2 month of cool off. So you go quarter by quarter, mini bull and bear markets, right? But when you zoom out, you see the grand picture. And so it's not something I'm worried about unless your portfolio is all in extremely speculative plays. That's why we always say, always have a plan to take profit before you enter into a position. Because the calls we made on Patreon, the projects we've been talking about, at some point, you are making money. And if you had a plan to DCA out or take some profits, you'd be sitting pretty right now. You'd be sitting on a lot of dry powder, or you'd be sitting on some profits. Getting ready to either buy back in or enjoy some of the profits you made. AIXBT, sold some at 90 cents. I still have a big bag. Great. Took my profit. I've made my initial back 3, 4, 5 times already, and I'm sitting on the rest. I have no issue sitting, waiting for that 30, 40, 50, 70% drawdown because I know it's going to come back. In my personal opinion, I think AIXBT, that's just one project. So these are opportunities, and these are the times, right? We talk about just because we're in a bull market doesn't mean you still can't make money. Doesn't mean you still can't grow your bags. Just it's times like this where you evaluate what project's moving, what are they doing? And we have some news that we're going to share with you on some projects that are continuing to build and make partnerships and announcements do this 30, 40, 50% retracement. Those are the ones you want to keep on your eye. Robin posted something on X yesterday with Avalanche. What was that post, by the way? I don't have it pulled up. I couldn't find it.
I retweeted a few different things, but we did see a spike in user activity. There's also a ETP, which is a European version of the ETF that went live somewhere in Europe. Or was it Finland or
Sweden?
One of these European countries that has the funny accent. Also, you have the what else happened out of Avalanche?
So this is what you're talking about right here, right?
Yeah. So is it interesting enough? And I've been telling you guys that the gun token, which is on the gun chain, which is in testnet, has had over 1 million daily, or I forgot how many it was, but it was multiple millions of daily transactions on the testnet. And I'm like, what's this spike of activity? Did maybe they moved the testnet over to the layer 1? Maybe, I don't know. Obviously, those transactions would be transparent, so we would know it. But I don't know, man. I think it's interesting. Also, you have, let's not forget, AVAX also is working with the DMV of California to tokenize car titles, which make a lot of sense, right? Instead of having that flimsy piece of paper and God forbid that thing burns or something. So a lot going on in Avalanche. I'm a big Avalanche bull. I think it's a great time to enter. Less than $25.
Is it less than $25?
Yeah,
I thought it's over 27.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right. 24.74.
I don't know. I keep a close eye on that.
So I wonder why. No, AVAX. I mean, you want to talk about solid projects? It doesn't get much more solid than Avalanche. And you know what? Let me tell you. Just from here, let's throw on our 200-day EMA on AVAX. Let's take a look. So we're trading under our 200-day EMA, right? So we're in a downtrend, but you already knew that. Let's throw on, let's take this off, and let's go on the weekly. Let's take a look at the weeklies, right? The higher time frame. So this area, and I'll just drop a horizontal line, right? Just basic support and resistance. What is that number? $20.79. $20.79. Look at price action in this region, right? Back in 2021, when we had our first top, we broke below. We tried to retest on 2 wicks and failed. Then we kind of had a rounded bottom, and then we blew right through that support level. We consolidated around this area back in July of 2022. Really through, honestly, if you take this deviation away, really from June of 2022 to about November of 2023, where the deviation was, well, it was pretty significant, at least for the short period of time. This was from July 2023 through October. So for around 4 months, or 3 months, you had deviation from this trend line. And then just more recently, right, before we broke out of this $20.79 level, we had a retest, beautifully retested, and then we went back up and hit that $65 mark. Came back down, retest, held support twice now, right? Twice. And then that nasty wick we saw on Sunday, guess where Avalanche recovered? It recovered at $20.79. Now you're less than, right? What percentage are you away? You're 11% away from a historical support level for Avalanche. So the question is, do you want to be an extremely price-sensitive investor? Now, of course, I'm not telling you what to do. And I think this is a sign because it just flipped over to the XLM chart. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do or what's the right thing to do. If you're super price-sensitive, I know people like MATIC. A lot of the traders are very price-sensitive. They stay very disciplined to the cent of when they enter and exit their trades. But if you're like, look, this thing could turn at any time. It's not a bear market. We're in a bull market. One piece of news potentially, or one partnership, or something can happen that could be a catalyst to send this thing. I don't want to wait another 11%. I want to get in. $25, you're looking at a 2.5x just to get to its cycle high. Its all-time high was $140. The 7x. For one of the top layer ones in the entire space. I mean, does it get much better than that?
Yeah, and then I know they were also, the Avalanche Foundation did tweet out like, hey, Doge, Department of Government Efficiency.
Everyone's trying to do that, though.
We could put all of the U.S. Treasury transactions and follow the money around, audit it. Could be done on Avalanche. Yeah, but like as you mentioned, I think everyone threw their hat in the ring on that one as well.
Yeah.
We got any new people here today or what?
We sure do. A lot of these are things I can't read, so we're gonna go with Georgia Boy, K, Crypto Stuff, Stan, Pokemon. I'm cold.
I'm also cold. Actually, I'm hot.
Scott, T Grease, One Path. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When are we gonna get some
Thank you.
enthusiasm in the yeehaw? Just
You know what? I don't know. I'm really enjoying these flirting things. I think everyone's going through ChatGPT right now.
What's going on? What did I miss? I'm not reading the chat.
Oh, everyone's flirting, but I think they're all ChatGPT flirts.
okay.
Okay.
Who's in the lead?
People
right
aren't being original with their.
Is there a leader?
pickup
It's not
lines?
sounding like it.
now? Is
No.
there a leader in your mind right now?
I'm not too sure, honestly.
Are you really giving one away by who flirts with you the most?
Well, me or
I was
Rocco.
joking, but
No, me or Rocco, they can.
Oh,
It's a Riz competition, is what someone called it. So
I'm old. What's Riz competition mean?
that you're old.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
for sure.
That's actually very. We did hit our goal, so we'll be giving it away an almanac. You know, maybe
At the end, yeah.
maybe we'll give away another one. Maybe we'll give away 2. Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe there's a good flirt for me and Rocco. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or if we get to 10 super chats, yeah, that's 2 of the goals. So we'll give out 2. Yeah.
Wow.
You got to start another goal then. All right. Let's talk about the Czech Republic is eliminating crypto capital gains tax. I'm telling you guys.
If you hold for 3 years,
Is that what it is? Is
Yeah.
that the context?
it is a 3-year hold.
Where'd you see that? In the article?
I was reading
Okay.
reading this morning.
Okay.
The news, and so if you hold for more than 3 years, no capital gains. Portugal does very similar. They do 1 year, and so
Pretty good. I think this is going to be a trend you continue to see.
which is good, right? You want to incentivize people to be long-term holders and buyers of crypto, and
What does this tell you, though, Robin? You got the president of the U.S. that campaigned on this, right? But he specifically said made in USA cryptos. You have the Czech Republic. You have all these countries. What does that tell you? You know what that tells me? That tells me that these countries, these nations, these hedge funds, these institutions, these companies, they see the future and how crypto plays a role in that future. Blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. And they want to be the hub. They want to say, if you're building in crypto, if you're investing in crypto, if you're building solutions, if you're a blockchain developer, come to our country. We'll make it real easy and we'll make it enticing for you. If they didn't believe in the future of it, do you think that we would even see something like this? Got to read between the lines sometimes, you know?
yeah, it's interesting.
Are you looking
know,
at where Czech Republic is?
Well, I was trying to see where they landed on the map because I know a lot of people consider them part of Russia, but technically, I guess it's part of
Asia. No, Europe.
Europe. And so it's located right by Ukraine. I wasn't sure. I was trying to see if they were part of the original USSR. I know that they do have close ties with Russia, but it kind of goes. Russia has been leaning towards crypto, leaning towards Bitcoin. And, I think a lot of that comes from the sanctions and basically the U.S. ousting Russia from operating in the dollar. And, Russia has, proceeded on with trading with China and other countries in the Middle East and trying to circumvent the dollar. And, one of the options obviously has been crypto. And so does that have some influence in the Czech Republic? Perhaps eliminating capital gains on crypto. Maybe they take a central bank approach to adopting crypto. I mean, obviously that's the next step, right? And I think if they do that, you can see Ukraine doing it. You can see other neighboring countries in the area doing the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, you got the U.S. on board. My God. Then a couple of things I want to share. Then we'll get into the markets and the altcoin news. Some important news we want to share with you, including some XRP news. But this first. This is from Glassnode. Bitcoin's realized volatility on a 3-month rolling window is typically below 50% this bull cycle, whereas regularly it sits between 80 to 100% in the prior 2 bull runs. These historically low levels for a bull market show Bitcoin's volatility profile is changing. That's interesting. What are your thoughts on this, Rob? This kind of, I guess this, I mean, I won't put word, what do you take away from this stat here? 50% reduction in volatility this cycle than the previous 2 cycles.
I think, you talked about it before. I think essentially what you see is every time there's a big pullback, at least in Bitcoin. And I think, you have to really separate altcoins and Bitcoin. Unlike last cycle where Bitcoin ran and then the alts, all of those ran and accrued value. Here's a little different. We're seeing a deviation. The Bitcoin dominance is still holding strong. But when it comes to Bitcoin, every time you see a pullback, we're seeing buyers identify value, come in and stop the bleeding, right? It's no coincidence that Bitcoin was at $100,000, had a massive sell-off, giant liquidations, and rebounded right back up to $100,000. Even now, still, we could say that the crypto markets are selling off. Bitcoin is at 96,000. It is only a few $1,000s away from 100K. And it's simply because there's a lack of volatility, because every time the price dips, there are whales, buyers, institutions, nation states, sovereign wealth funds, retirement accounts, and states. The list goes on. And then you just also have retail that identify like, hey, Bitcoin's price pulled back, I'm buying. And so that's going to tamper down the downside volatility. We're nowhere in a bull market. We're going to slowly increase in price.
But Rob, this also plays to the upside volatility too.
No, I know that as well. But I think you can only hold back the upside volatility for so long, right? But what we saw last bull market was giant swings to the upside, giant pullbacks. And so now I think we get more steady growth to the upside, smaller pullbacks, buyers come in, they
Also
buy the dip.
Smaller runs too.
Yeah.
Which, it's funny, which is what you
good, right?
Well, here's the thing. If you buy into the whole Bitcoin is digital gold, store of value, that's what you want. You don't want 40% pullbacks. You don't want you want 800% gains, but you get the point what I'm saying. You don't want too much volatility, right? If that's the narrative that you believe in. And so it's just interesting. I kind of agree with you here. I'm telling you, man, we might be in a new era of cycles. Maybe it's a lot shorter cycles.
I told you, bro, we're going out to 2026, still in price discovery, still setting new all-time highs. I think that we do get what we are going to, at the moment, call as a top, right? We saw it in 2021. We saw a top get set, 60,000, big pullback down to 40. Everyone's like, yep, it's over. And then boom, we rally again. We set another all-time high. That one landed in November, which was the high of 2021. And I think this time, same thing happens. But instead, we keep putting in more highs. We keep getting pullbacks. We keep psyching out the market. Smart money comes in, institutions come in, nation states come in, they buy, and they push the price back up. And this continues out. At some point, we're going to find ourselves in a situation where we're no longer in a cycle where we just go into deep bear markets. We're just going to be in a slow, steady growth with pullbacks and highs. It's very simple, man. We are in a good spot, man. We are in a good spot. I want to know for you in the chat. I want to know if you had to pick one altcoin that you're buying right now, which one is it? Well, we're going to talk a little altcoin today, and we're going to say what is the number one altcoin that you think is the best buy at the current price right now. We're not talking about the best technology. We're not talking about what'll be, the best in 20 years. Right now, value proposition, put it in the chat. What altcoin is the best buy at current price? And then I'll share my best buy.
Speaking of best buy, we haven't gone there in a while, which is a good thing.
Let's go.
No.
We need some new stuff.
A little comic relief here. This is pretty funny. So Elon Musk has confirmed he wants to put the U.S. Treasury on a blockchain, to which MetaMask posted and said, put it on Ethereum, to which formerly known as Chainlink God, Zach Rines, said they're trying to reduce government costs, not pay millions more in gas fees. So I thought that was pretty comical. You also had this. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is reportedly expected to be appointed as an advisor to the White House Crypto Council, according to the New York Post. This move could strengthen Ripple's presence in U.S. crypto policy discussions. And you figure XRP is up, right? Nope. But to be fair, nothing is moving on good news. Nothing. It's, in fact, doing the opposite. And I'll talk about that here in a second. Rob, share your thoughts on Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple, real quick, and then let's get into the markets. And then we also have Ernest from Decrypted Tax joining us. If you have any questions on taxes?
Oh, boy, tax season is here.
Tax season's here. If you have any questions on taxes, drop them in the comments, okay? Go ahead.
About
Brad
him
and then the
being in the
markets.
council or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm telling you, man, it's XRP's a steal right now.
So
I haven't seen a lot of XRP. I see a lot of XLM. I've seen Cardano. There's a lot of people in the chat.
A lot of Kaspa.
A lot of Kaspa.
Look closer.
Where's the XRP people at? Okay, CMDR put XRP.
A lot of Ondo.
Rocco put XRP. Thank you, Rocco. Yeah, there's a lot of XLM though. XLM.
Polka dot.
Stop it.
Is that Billy?
Also, Rossi says Ondo, and so
Got some Ondo news that we're going to share. But.
yeah, you know what, man?
So let me ask you a question. If this comes true, which if the New York Post is reporting it,
I never believe in people getting angry and upset on a rumor and it not being somewhat true. Right? And what do I mean by that? Well, there was plenty of rumors about Ripple being part of this strategic Bitcoin reserve, which we think might be more than just a Bitcoin reserve. It might be a crypto reserve.
it's a
and
digital asset stockpile.
digital asset stockpile. And in doing so, we're not only going to just hold Bitcoin long term, 20 plus years, but hey, just throw XRP in there. That's the rumors. Not saying that there's meat and potatoes behind it, but I'm just saying that there is when you smell the pot of cooking and you know something's in the kitchen. And so what? I'm just saying that the rumors of XRP being in the strategic crypto reserve, perhaps there's something to it, right? And then you take a lot of coincidences, right? You got Brad Garlinghouse meeting Donald Trump for dinner at his house in Mar-a-Lago right before he becomes a president. And then all of a sudden, you got all the Bitcoin maxis pulling their hair out, talking about Ripple's trying to overthrow the Bitcoin reserve. And so, yeah, man, if the U.S. just starts buying XRP and setting it aside, I don't know what that means for the price. We're not one of those stupid thumbnail guys that'll say Bitcoin or XRP is going to go to $750. That's not us. But I will tell you, if the U.S. is buying XRP, putting it in a strategic reserve, you can rest assured $10 to $20 on XRP. I mean, you find that as a realistic? Right?
You know, one thing I think of is when Forrest was on our show and he talked about, or he wasn't on our show talking, he said something on X, how it makes sense for XRP because Ripple has a lot in the escrow account. They can just sell it OTC, or he even brought up give it to the government for the stockpile. So if that happens, I don't know. Obviously, that would mean less is available to hit the open markets. But yeah, I mean, the news alone should move it to like $6, right? So
You think?
we'll see. We have a little bit of time. With that being said, Rob, let's get into the markets, and I have some things I want to share. But go ahead.
All right, so we got Bitcoin right flat at 96,000. It is a pullback from where we started the day at 99. So curious to see how far this will tumble down before it finds resistance or support. You would imagine 95,000 is going to be very strong. We did go down and briefly trade under 95,000, but that was for 4 hours. And so I do not believe we go under 95,000 for any period of time longer than 4 hours. And so we're pretty close to the bottom. So if you're looking for an entry point, I think you're pretty safe to say, unless you're doing some crazy long leverage trade position, I would feel pretty comfortable entering in right now on altcoins, Bitcoin at this current range. Maybe Bitcoin tumbles down to that flat 95. I think so, but I don't think there's any downside news that'll push Bitcoin under 95,000. I mean, what's your immediate takeaway? Under 95K,
It's just
the next
sentiment,
24 hours.
Just-
And
The sentiment's shit, which is weird because we're at 96,000. But yeah.
so do you think that we would trade under 95?
for an extended period of time?
Yeah, more than 6 hours.
I think we can. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I just don't see it. I mean, you look at the 1 month. I mean, we from January 12th, we broke above 95, and we only traded basically almost a full month. We only traded under 95 for a few hours, and so I do think that it's a very strong support there. Now, taking a look at the altcoins, we have not much in the green at the moment. What we do have in the green is less than 3%. You got Tron at the top of the pack, up 2%. BitGet 2%, but I mean, realistically, the altcoins are getting punished right now. We have
Perfect time to launch Barachain.
yeah, so you have Virtuous Protocol tumbling even further to $1.15. We were talking about this yesterday. I think the dollar mark's going to hold strong. Yesterday, I caution you at $1.30. $1.30 might not be the best time to get in, but we know that this is going to rally back at some point later on in this bull market. Also, Kaspa taking some punches. We know we got a lot of Kaspa fans. We asked, hey, what was the projects you're the most bullish on? What is the most discount? Well, two ways of looking at it. Kaspa is on massive discount at the moment, or Kaspa's just getting beat down. So I like to look at it as a buying opportunity.
Let's see what grade we gave Kaspa for 2025. We gave it an A-.
A-.
A-, yeah.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, A-. Oh. Have you gotten your crypto almanac yet? Do us a favor. If you buy one of the almanacs today on the show, link in the description, put it in the chat. We're gonna give you we're gonna drop a nuke every time someone says they buy an almanac, okay?
Okay.
So if you'd like to spam the nuke video clip thing, I don't know what the hell they call it.
I don't know.
Yeah, just let us know if you buy one.
It's a GIF, you know.
Yeah.
So I want to share this. So this is money flow, crypto money flow, okay? So these are net inflows, right? So you see dollars going into Tether. Now, where is that money going, okay? Apex, stablecoins, Wrap Bitcoin, Tron, Ondo, actually, as far as inflows, has seen around $2.2 million of inflows. You're also seeing Bitcoin flowing to Ethereum, about $86 million. Now, what are some of the outflows? XRP is going into stables and Bitcoin, so people are taking profit. Solana is going in straight to dollar, which is people taking profit. And then some of the other big outflows, Doge has big outflows around 33 million, Pepe around 18 million. And so you can kind of see here, I love using this platform. It's cryptometer.io. And so this is over the last 1 day. If you look at the last 1 week, right, you see money flowing into, again, Apex, Ondo, Monero, right? And so, and then the outflows again on the week, people taking profits. Really, that's what you're seeing. A lot of this money is flowing back into fiat or stables that are tied to the US dollar. So something interesting to keep an eye on. We also have a couple of news on altcoins. So this was, I thought this was kind of interesting. You know, token unlocks to me are more prevalent and potentially market altering in bear markets versus bull markets. But as of January 2025, there are over 36.4 million crypto tokens, and we're on track to reach 100 million by the end of 2025. This is talking about how many tokens we have versus previous cycles. For context, there was fewer than 3,000 in 2017 and less than 500 in 2013. I believe the number was something like 15 to 20,000 for 2021. What does this tell you? Does this, okay, so obviously, if you have less selection and more money, even the shit starts to rise, right? But as the space gets more diluted with more tokens, what's your one strategy, or what is one thing you're keeping your eye on? You know,
I don't like all these small little freaking projects launching everywhere. I know Pump.Fun really just kind of
they're getting sued, by the way.
I know, man. They're they're getting hammered. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't take much away from it, man. Like, it's not bullish for me, right? If anything, it's kind of discouraging when you see how bloated the altcoin space has got. A lot of this is also sucking out value from legit projects, which, you know, people are gonna leave anyways. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't take. It's not bullish for me, man. If anything, kind of disgusts me, man. Disgusted.
For me, it's even more important to identify the projects that actually have utility and that are building. Okay, so this tells you that sentiment is absolutely in the gutter. This was huge news. The Virtuals team is speaking to X, as in the X platform that I'm sharing this on. To envision an agentic future, together we'll build a world where AI agents and humans benefit from each other. Exciting times ahead. This is the Virtuals team working with X, the platform, and the token price is down to $1.15. I am still insanely bullish on Virtual Protocol. I'm pretty down on my portfolio, but I know this thing is going to come back. I'm not worried one single bit. If you pick up at $1.15 or $1.50, you're going to make a lot of money. We had this from Akash. This is founder Greg Osuri. Q4 of 2024 was the largest or the biggest quarter in Akash's history. On-chain fees grew by 144
billion
144% quarter over quarter and 565% year over year. Their GPU capacity grew 37% quarter over quarter, and their new leases, their apps, grew by 274%. Last quarter was undoubtedly historic. This quarter will be much bigger by a wide margin. So Akash Network. Well, where is Akash trading at? Let's take a look. Let's take a peek at where is Akash? $1.85 with a market cap of $460 million.
And, you know, AI really ran hot last month and has been just the narrative that won't go away. Last year, this year, it will continue. What we're seeing is a pullback, buying opportunity. And so, you know, whether it's Virtuous Protocol, whether it's Akash, whether it's BitTensor, I think all of these are winners. Just, I don't know which one will outperform. I don't know which one's going to, you know, break out and take the lead. Don't forget, you also have ASI, which formerly Fetch AI and others, you know, merged together for those. But extremely bullish on AI as a sector. I think that it's going to have another big run, and everything in that sector is going to do well, right? Or at least all the big names. And so it's just a question on which one's going to outperform which. But I would not fade AI. I would not dismiss it. It is going to be huge. And yeah, we also have a lot of new people. You know, we have a pretty good turnout, 450 live viewers. And Ashley, you want to give some people some shout outs?
This list is quite long.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, what do we got?
This is going to be real fun. We got Matt, Surface Paradise. Hold on. Why are you laughing at me?
Good.
He likes to laugh randomly.
No, because you said this list is quite long. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. Diego, Taco Delay. I can't read all these. Blue Mask, DJ Endo, Walter, It's Just Joe, Inmates, Toggle. Chump Change?
It's a hard one to read, right?
Wow. Yeah. You have zero room to talk.
You could read the rest then, because these I can't read.
No. You have zero room to talk.
Go on.
I can't read. Yeehaw.
How do we get stuck
it's
with,
like 40 names. You said 6.
Rocco, how did we get stuck with 2 people that can't read?
But like some of these
all right.
Some of these aren't even like no. Some of these aren't even
So to the new people here, we got Matt, Surface Paradise, Mark, Shuby.
We've already said these.
We got Annie, Diego, Bark, MG, CMDR, Toggle, Rossi, Roadster, Jim Beam, Biz Knowledge, Captain Craig, Carlos, Miro, T Sports, Andreas, Cody, Blue Mask, 3RTLE, DJ Endo, Walter, It's Just Joe, Inmates, Toggle, Farah, and Nell, Huey, Objective Reality, Chump Change, and La Flame. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City.
Now, why is your face so red? Was that hard?
A lot of
Are you okay?
a lot of words
A lot of
there.
blood.
Also got Jimmy M in here as well.
Jimmy
What up,
M.
Jimmy?
Oh, we got a new Jimmy.
Oh,
Jimmy.
Where's the old Jimmy?
Double Jimmy. Where is Jimmy at anyway? I haven't seen him today.
He's mad the club's still
Yeah,
closed.
you gotta open the
No,
club.
we are working on the club actually. So it's in progress. Club is under construction.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
been
for
under
real this time?
construction for quite some
Yeah.
time.
You know, XIDK says he's from Australia. Watch from Australia. It's the second Australia. Someone earlier said they're watching for the first time from Australia. Shout out to my Aussies.
From down under.
There you go.
Nice, baby. Sorry.
Ma.
Grayscale. The SEC has accepted Grayscale's application to review the application to turn its trust into a spot Litecoin ETF. Robin probably is still fading Litecoin, but I'm telling you, it's going to make a new all-time high.
Hating it.
And then on to Ondo. Their Ondo Finance Summit is happening right now. Ondo, Ripple, Chainlink, Blockdaemon, and Uniswap are all on stage at the Ondo Summit. And they also have this. They've officially announced that they are launching their own Layer 1 specifically tailored for real-world asset tokenization. Ondo Finance has announced the launch of Ondo Chain, a new Layer 1 blockchain network targeted for institutional adoption of tokenized real-world assets. The L1 is built to bring a platform that combines security and compliance to advance the tokenized RWA market. This is a quote from Nathan Allman, the CEO of Ondo. Ondo Chain is designed to meet the highest institutional standards while remaining open for developers and innovators. It tightly couples on-chain and off-chain infrastructure, reducing costs, enhancing security, and ultimately enabling a better user experience. For these reasons, we anticipate Ondo Chain becoming the hub for the DeFi ecosystem centered on tokenized assets. I buy this. You know why? You know why, Robin? Who is the one man that has repeatedly said, we want to tokenize everything?
Me.
No. He's named after your bird, Larry. Larry Fink. And who has ties to Ondo? Larry Fink and his company, BlackRock. And so can we see a scenario where Ondo Chain launches, all these tokenized assets that are trading, are they going to be minted and traded on the Ondo Chain? I can definitely see that happening. So if you have Ondo, congrats. Is something that I think Rob and I both have kind of been hammering for quite a while. Let's take a look at where Ondo is. It is currently up less than 1%. So it's at $1.34. May I remind you, Ondo got up to $2. And so super bullish on Ondo, not the best tokenomics. But again, that matters very little when you have when you're in a bull market and when you have people like BlackRock in your corner. What are your thoughts?
I love Ondo, man. It's performed so well. I mean, this is something that was well outside the top 50 not that long ago. And it's outperforming Bitcoin this year for sure. Taking a look at Ondo on the 1 year, I mean, you got here Ondo at 20 cents a year ago. We were back in September all the way till November around 60 cents. So 2x away from there. As you mentioned, all-time highs, $2. Not slowing down. And you know what? I was playing around with the Ondo website, and there's a lot here, man. You can connect your wallet. You can start working with the real world assets, start trading them around. I don't want to connect the wallet now. I don't have a dummy wallet ready, but pretty cool. If you get a chance, go check out Ondo.foundation, see what they have, go play around with it. Connect your wallet and see how it works, because it's pretty badass. It really, really is. You can tokenize stocks on there. You have tokenized stocks on there as well. And so pretty bullish on it. And you know what? Me and David were talking about it earlier this morning. And, projects that have real utility that people are using, I think are going to be the ones that stand out and really pop off this bull market. The day and age of speculation that this is going to happen and soon we'll be doing this. And hey, our roadmap, once this next leg comes, we're going to be doing this and we're going to do this. And you can keep promising all you want. There are going to be some winners in the speculative market, Not saying that there won't be, but realistically, the people that are delivering a product that people are using at the current moment that have utility, that offer a service that people actually need and people are using, those are going to be the ones that are going to make the most money. And Ondo checks all those boxes, right? Institutions are using them. People are using them. I don't know what else you need.
Well,
And it's still outside the
up
top
until
25.
now, the utility there had no utility. It was just a governance token, essentially, right?
Yeah.
But Ondo chain, hey, bring some utility to the actual. And Ondo is one of the few charts that is still trading above its 200-day moving average.
Yeah. I'm very bullish on Ondo.
Yeah.
Is it time to give away a magazine?
Let's give away a magazine. All right,
Giving one away?
we're giving one away.
Okay, there was a lot of good ones.
Okay.
A lot of silly, goofy, funny ones.
Okay.
Are you going with who flirted with you the best?
Yeah, I
pickup
think
line?
so.
Let's see who he
Well-
picks. If we don't like who she picks, we'll pick another one.
Why you don't
pooping
like
on
what
her
she
like that?
picked? Okay, so you choose one, but we don't trust you. So I'll pick one.
Yeah. Have some faith. Have some faith
Okay.
in her, man.
Actually, I
Jesus.
apologize. That came out the wrong way. I didn't mean that. I'm saying like if you pick
If we don't
someone-
like the person you
No.
pick,
Okay,
they
I
ain't
meant
getting.
they-
You know what?
If she-
Let me tell you something.
No,
Every person-
don't
No,
hijack.
give me the camera.
No,
Give me the
don't give him the camera.
If you're watching
Give me
this
the camera.
show,
Listen.
if you're watching this show,
Listen, don't-
if you're watching, give me a moment. If you're watching this show, I like you. I like all of you.
What the?
And so there's not anybody in here that's watching our show that I
That's
do
not what
like.
I meant.
You said if you pick somebody we don't like.
Okay, let me rephrase. If she
Did you not
picks,
say that? Did you? You
if
said
she-
if you pick somebody you don't like.
will
I
you
like
allow
all
me to
of you.
rephrase?
All of you.
Allow me
And
to
yes,
rephrase. Just shut your yap for
3RT
5
will
seconds.
pick up the shipping as well. We got you.
Can you just 1 second? If she picks someone that already has a magazine, then we'll pick another person. Okay, Jesus.
I also like the people that already own a magazine. By the
Gosh,
way,
shut your mouth. Ashley, go ahead and pick someone.
I'm gonna go with Mario.
Mario.
Mario C.
Yeah.
Mario. I can't say his last name, but
Where is it?
it starts with a C.
Mario C.
I think so.
Mario Canavan.
if there's a Luigi
so.
in the chat, we'll give you one as well.
Yeah.
If there's a Luigi
Oh,
in the chat, please stand up.
Mario
we'll give you one as well.
Mario Canavan. Okay.
That
yeah.
one.
He said he didn't have one, so perfect.
Is that allowed? Do you like him?
We like him.
It is allowed.
He's the best Mario
Yes,
we've ever known.
he's
The
allowed.
best Mario. The best.
Where's
Uh,
Luigi at? Come on.
Is Luigi in here? Someone go change.
You know, there was a
name to
Luigi.
Hey,
in
by
here
the way,
like
Mario's
yesterday, the day
Italian, eh?
before.
Oh, mamma mia.
I would love to give away 2 magazines to Mario and Luigi.
Yeah. Mario, do us a favor. Send us a DM on X. I'll get you over a form to fill out, and we'll send you a free almanac. Like Rob said, we will cover the shipping. We will cover the shipping. So big thank you.
Yay.
Also, speaking of thank yous, we'd like to thank our channel sponsor today. Today's show is brought to you by Legacy Network and their Legacy Academy app. If you have an iPhone or an Android phone, download the app on your phone from either of those Play stores. Learn, and you can earn the LGCT token, which is live and currently trading above $1. So you can learn, you can earn. The team is amazing. The product is phenomenal. It took months, I won't even say years, to build. These guys are the absolute real deal. You know, they've been a long-time channel sponsor here. We love the Legacy team. And so support them, download it. It costs nothing, and you can earn money while doing it as well. So shout out to those guys. That link, and then also join the Telegram. That link is in the description of this video. That's all I got. That's all I got. One thing I will say, let me just tell people watching.
So the people he likes.
Only the ones he likes.
Rocco, stop changing the camera. Damn it.
Uh-huh.
Don't give him any camera time. Listen, I know in the day-to-day, you look at the hour candles, the 4-hour candles, even the daily candles, and you might be a little discouraged. You see your portfolios down, a house, a Lamborghini, someone's entire retirement. But I want everyone to understand something. This is all par for the course. This is not anything new. And all you got to do is zoom out. Zoom out. And if the reason you started investing into the projects that you have in your portfolio, if those reasons are still there and they still hold weight, you have nothing to worry about. Nothing. Relax, grab a beer, watch Sin City Crypto, spend time with your family, pick up a new hobby, talk about people you like. There's Luigi.
Guys, there's a Luigi. Can we give him one?
Okay.
Okay.
Luigi.
Luigi, you got an
They show
almanac.
up.
You're welcome.
Somebody
Luigi
created
just
just
made
an
an
account.
That's
really
fine.
quickly.
I'm not even mad
But
about
I
it.
can't
You
even be
can have an
mad if
almanac.
Luigi made an account really quickly. But
Okay. Luigi, DM us on Twitter. We'll send you one. But honestly, you should not be panicking. We are in the golden age of crypto. Some things don't make sense, right? The markets are often irrational. You try to make sense of it. But I'll tell you something. When the bounce back comes, whether it's in 30 days, 60 days, I don't give a shit if it's in 180 days. When that bounce back comes back, you'll be sorry if you panic sold your bags for no reason. So with that being said, Rocco. Throw the head in there too.
He likes it.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you subscribe to the
David
channel.
does not.
Follow us.
Also, Luigi, type your X handle in the chat so we know who it is.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi. Type in your X handle so no one tries to do it personally.
Yeah, there you go.
We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Name the coin that's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming hola till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.